Kaboom! And we are back with more Fantasy Poland Monday, or Fanner Outer Hebrides Monday. Hebrides? Hebrides?
I think only the Scottish know how to pronounce it.
Yeah, yeah, that's a. I've been studying Gaelic or Scots Gaelic for a couple years now, and the pronunciation still makes me go, what on earth? But we're back with more Monday shenanigans, playing a game that I missed the first time that it came around, and the second time that it came around. I think I caught it on the third time. We're playing The Witcher, and Tom was just about to tell me about a character concept for his for an upcoming mage, the Ascension campaign that we're going to be in.
But before I get all mage up in here, just want to remind people Witcher TV series season 2
Yeah, like comes out in like a
launches
week, right?
Friday, this
Yeah,
Friday, and it looks real good.
I got you. Ha. Sirens.
They're wanting to ignore you. By the way,
There we go. Ah.
if you dive into the water, they'll attack you underwater. They'll dive into the water and attack you from there.
Well, I don't think I want that.
Yeah, they're just as like agile in the water as they are in the air.
That sounds real bad. Yeah,
I I think I saw a loot thing appear
there is.
when uh when you were walking by. Like when you climbed up on this little island, I think the loot might be hidden under one of them trees.
Yeah, I want to kill the sirens first.
Yeah, of course.
Bam.
So my mage concept.
Yes.
So for those of you at home, uh the so Mage the Ascension, we're going to be playing the 20th anniversary edition of Mage the Ascension. Um so in that game, one of the spheres of magic, one of the types of magic that exists is called correspondence, and correspondence is the concept of space, distance, and connection. Um,
an un-
so
like an underwater cave.
there might be.
Okay.
Um, so
Correspondence.
in V20, with correspondence, you have the virtual adepts, which is what I'll be playing, and the virtual adepts are mages who focus on correspondence, but they used to be members of the technocracy. So until the 1950s, they were members of the quote unquote antagonist organization. And then they defected because basically the technocracy. So in
When your office mate says we are literally the new world order, you kind of go, oh.
well,
By
so
the way, Daniel says in chat the Fed is at zero interest rates, and the only way to stimulate the economy is fiscal spending. Yeah, I mean, that and also like breaking the notion of the need for an economy will also wind up being important. We don't lack for
um,
resources.
so the biggest difference between the traditions of magic in Mage and the technocracy is that the technocracy are pursuing a single consensus for how reality slash magic should work. Like the technocracy has a like party line, like this is the version of reality that we're going with, and everyone needs to be part of that consensus. Well, the virtual adepts, when they were still part of the technocracy, when they used to be called the difference engineers, they had a different consensus than the rest of the technocracy did. They wanted to follow a different model, and finally it came to a point where the rest of the technocracy came together and they were like, "Hey, you need to get in line. Like, you need to start following the consensus that the rest of the conventions have determined." And instead, the virtual adepts went, "Nah, we're just going to leave."
If you've ever tried to
Um,
tell a software engineer to get in line,
yeah. Um, so they're even though they're members of the nine mystical traditions, they are still very much technology oriented. Like they're still they tend to think of things, or at least their practice of how they do magic tends to be more like the technocrats than tradition mages. They tend to actually like try to make it work that way. Um, Man, I don't know where this is.
yeah, I'm gonna have to like. I think I'm gonna drop cat.
I mean, you could also just meditate and you just take killer whale.
And cat, yeah. Like, okay, let's try diving, I suppose. There's the icon on the map that usually.
Yeah, it's got to be under you. It's got to be like in a cave
Yeah,
or something.
there's got to be some kind of shenanigans.
Um, but so the virtual adepts now fill the spot for the correspondence mages in the nine traditions. Well, they didn't used to. Like, there used to be a group called the Ali Batin who filled the role of correspondence mages. Um, and there's a few other members of the traditions that kind of like dabble with correspondence magic but don't specialize in it. Uh, you're now outside of the circle.
Yeah, looking to see if there's like a back entrance.
I think you're too far away at this point. You need to start going back the other way. Also, you should surface and refill your lungs.
I did.
Um, so in addition to the virtual adepts and the Ali Batin, you also have the void engineers from the technocracy, and they sort of took over the virtual adepts role as the kind of correspondence people for the technocracy. Uh, but so the critical thing with correspondence in Mage is that even though everyone approaches the way that they do it differently, pretty much everyone who gets good at using that kind of magic very quickly figures out that it's all the same. Like, once you realize that all
There it is.
points are actually 1 point, um, you can't really go back from that.
Yeah, like what that's a perspective shift that you know. Once relative distance loses meaning, you're like, yeah, I can inverse that and get some Zeno's paradox kind of, invincibility or futility going on. Like that's a pretty big paradigm shift.
Yeah. So kind of the concept that I put together is on the like mage side, my virtual adept is going to be a guy who is trying to uh syncretize all of the various disparate concepts or paths of correspondence. So trying to
Interesting.
get everybody on the same page, because it's like, hey guys, the digital web and Mount Koth, they're not really different places. They're the same thing. Like,
So,
we're all working towards the same goal here.
so you're putting yourself in the position of forum monitor for mage? Like, you're gonna be a very busy mod. Jerry.
I now have to wait for the stream to catch up so I can see what you're jerrying at.
I am. Jerry ran out of potions and he won't turn the correct way to pick up the buckthorn that he needs. So he's just swimming in circles like a very confused turtle. Alright, there we go. But no, I think it's going to be a fantastic game. So he's trying to syncretize the disparate philosophies on correspondence as a sphere?
Yeah, basically trying to get the void engineers, specifically the correspondence aligned members of the void engineers, the virtual adepts, and the Ali Batine, as well as like members of the Akashic Brotherhood who focus on correspondence, like basically trying to get them all on the same page where they're like, hey, we should be working on this together because we have access to the realm in which all things are one thing. So, like, why are we not working together on this? We all know that it works the same way.
That is one hell of a goal. Come on. Aha, gotcha. Sucker it! Ah! I got her, Tom.
I mean, eventually.
Yeah, it took a while though.
Yeah, the on the flip side of that, in the like mundane world, my character is so the stereotype of the virtual adepts is that they're all hackers, and I mean they are, so it makes sense. But at the same time, I don't want my character to just be like a haha, I break into computer systems because it's fun sort of thing. Um, the concept I have is that my character is an info anarchist. So they are deliberately trying to break down barriers to information.
So, like Julian Assange, but hopefully less of a horrible person and less smelly.
And also not just like, so WikiLeaks goes after
What Russia tells
info.
it to?
Well, yeah, but the according to what they say, WikiLeaks goes after like bad actors in both the government and corporate sphere, whereas this character would be more like, yeah, getting information out about like government or corporate injustices is good, but also like just information in general is useful for anyone to have. uh so the paradigm for every tradition uh in Mage for what the ascended world looks like is different. um like every tradition dreams of the day when like all humans are mages and everyone can do magic. And that's their concept of the ascended world. For virtual adepts, their ascended world paradigm is everyone gets to recreate reality how they want it to be. Like everyone gets their own mini reality because space and distance are illusions.
Right.
So we have an infinite amount of them and we can do whatever we want with them. So everyone gets their own little world to live in. And how are people going to make the most informed decision on what world they want to make unless they have access to all the information they could get?
I like it. Kind of guy that would promote various levels of hang on, I have to. Yep.
You have to remember what the climb button is.
Yeah, I had to remember what the sprint jumpy button is. Look at this, all this platforming. Up you go. Nope, Jerry! 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 Jerry, why? Have some more dried fruit, my dude. You're gonna get for the walk back up. Oh. Alright. No, I really dig that. So he is trying to promote a universal sense of magical literacy, huh?
In effect, yeah. Well, I mean, not just magical. Well, I mean that is one of those things about mage where it's like everything is magic. It's just
Yeah.
humans don't realize it. So then, yeah, in that sense, he is trying to promote magical literacy.
I mean, they have to be informed if they're, or people have to be informed if they're going to be able to make that kind of determination, right?
Yeah. Watching you try and run and do these jumps is giving me so much anxiety.
Yeah, right? Like, dude, why did you guys lug a chest up here? From Marana Runestone, Freya Warrior's Armor, Lunar Shards. Okay, gonna take a look at this. I have questions. First off, light armor. Okay. 4% bonus experience. That's kind of nice, but
Have you speaking of Freya? Have you seen Freya Allen's quote about Geralt about freaking what is his actual real life name?
Henry Cavill.
Henry Cavill, about him on the set of
Yeah.
season 2.
Well, like we were discussing this earlier with some of our friends. Like he's just a giant dork, you know. Like he plays Warhammer. Specifically, he plays Custodes. Right? Like that's a pretty niche army.
Yeah.
The dude almost missed his call for Superman because he was busy raiding in World of Warcraft. Like that guy's nerd cred is pretty strong.
Also,
I really wish that he had been in better Superman movies.
British actor Henry Cavill is now a gigantic Kansas City Chiefs football fan because studying up for the role of playing Kansas native Clark Kent, he became obsessed with the Kansas City Chiefs, and now he like owns his own box at Arrowhead Stadium.
Wow, that is. We came around on the other side, guys. we made the full dork jock circuit.
But so Freya Allen.
Well done, everybody. Now we can finally heal.
The story that I read is Freya Allen, who plays Ciri in the series, said that Henry Cavill is an encyclopedia of Witcher
Yeah,
knowledge.
he's like, we should use this this line from this speech on page 253. No, remember, like early on in the pandemic, I think he put out a video of himself building his computer,
Yeah,
and for a brief moment, like everyone on the internet got really thirsty.
he's also put out a couple videos of him just sitting there painting minis.
Hmm. Which soon I'll be able to start. I think I've got most of the things I need for a dual camera setup. So I'll be able to start streaming my mini painting. That'll be fun. No, I like it. I really dig your concept, Tom. I look forward to finding out more about this person.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. I haven't played a Mage the Ascension game since pre the apocalypse. I mean,
Yeah,
pre 2004 when they ended the original, the first time they ended the World of Darkness. Yeah,
it
I
is.
played.
That was one of the games that it was always a little bit like harder to find a really good group for. You know,
Yeah,
like
yeah, I played. I played a virtual adept in a tabletop game, and then with the same group, I played a craft mason in a Sorcerer's Crusade game.
oh,
The craft masons are definitely one of my like minor obsessions in Mage, because they're definitely one of those like tragic stories. They had so many good intentions, and then the technocracy just made it terrible
hey
for
man,
everyone.
enough to pave the road to hell.
And then a few, couple hundred years after they wipe out all the craft masons, suddenly you have all these like senior members of the technocracy going, "Oh man, the craft masons were right, weren't they? Damn it, the craft masons were right."
They were probably okay. That's an underwater thing. But while I'm here, I may as well go get this other one, and we'll go boat for. But yeah, that, and then loop back around to this grotto location and go visit whale graveyard. Yeah, let's do that. We also have to go up to Larvik.
Yeah.
Is that the racing quest? Have we already been there?
Yes, I'm pretty sure. So pretty much all of these dots that are out there are going to be shipwrecks. You're going to be diving for some chests.
You know how much I love diving. We better get to it. No time, no time like 12:44 in the morning to go diving in icy Skellige water. Oh, that is the most pleasant nighttime swim ever. So how'd the rest of your day go, Tom?
I mean, pretty good. Jen and I had a bit of a house emergency over the last couple days. Our deadbolt for our front door broke,
Oh
and we
no.
had to emergency fix that.
What happened?
A part internal to the lock sheared off, so uh, Jen came home yesterday after like going out to go do some San Antonio Anime Society. They had some kind of meeting. The organization known as JASA.
Okay.
Uh, but she went to put her key in the door, and it just turned in circles. Never unbolted, just turned in circles.
Oh, that's 10 kinds of no good.
Yeah, so We ended up taking we went to Home Depot and got a new lock, and took that lock, the one that was on there, apart, and yeah, it a piece of it sheared off on the inside, and it no longer functioned.
Dang. I mean, glad you got it fixed.
Yeah,
No, as much as I don't like the underwater combat, I do like the
it
way
is.
they die in one.
Yeah, that's pretty much the saving grace of underwater combat in this game. Is it is annoying, but at least it's an
At
insta
least it's
kill for
fast,
any
yeah.
enemy.
Yeah, let's. This stream tonight is just going to be a lot of Jerry swimming because we got to stop and regenerate our potion supply, but that's okay. It gives us a chance to hang out as friends. That's the real purpose of all of this. So, you went to Mitiera, huh?
Yeah, real good.
Delicious. I love that place.
Been about 3 or 4 years since the last time I was there, and it is
Yeah.
good every time I have ever been.
We went there for my post my bachelor party before I got married.
Nice.
Yeah, had chilaquiles. Delicious.
I had their fantastic beef enchiladas.
Beef enchiladas do sound good. I'm
They're real good.
I made some chicken stir fry tonight. That was pretty fantastic, if I say so myself. If I can bend my shoulder, patting myself on the back. Sad news about the Kellogg strike, though, is that includes Pringles. So I know that you and I are both fans of Pringles flavor wizardry. What suggestions do you have for coping with the loss?
Stacks. Now that the
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 Frito Lay strike.
yeah,
I
I mean
guess
they're not as good, but they will serve.
it's not the same.
Yeah, it really isn't. I was eating some more of their cheeseburger flavored Pringles earlier today, and it's magic. I really don't understand it.
Yeah. That being said, it should be noted that these were purchased before.
Yes,
Uh,
prior to the strike.
we don't cross picket lines in this house. Stand with worker solidarity. And how are you going to employ a team of wizards that say we can make a chip that tastes like cheeseburgers and a loaded baked potato and not pay them a living wage? Like, do you realize the kind of sorcery that is performed on a daily basis in that factory? All right, where's this? There, I found a boat. And a guy in a boat. Notes about treasure. I've had enough. My father and brother think I'm nothing. All they do is laugh at me. They're always laughing. Saying my face is fair as a maid's and I'm only fit for lying in bed with maids and certainly not for battling with men. And one day one of those cuckolded husbands is going to break my neck. True, never had... Blah, blah, blah.
I mean,
Okay.
sounds like it didn't turn out too well for this guy.
It did not. But it gave me another quest, so... Let's find the sunken treasure using my Witcher senses. Consensus economics is part of the model. Then it says, "Ow." Not enough. Oh, okay. I am out of killer whale. There's our treasure. Come on, Jerry. You can do it. Come on, Jerry. And up we go. Come on. Up you go, big guy. All the way. Go, buddy. You can do it. Deep breaths. Probably shouldn't have swam in armor. Bad idea. Hello. Surface. All right.
Literally just in time.
Okay. I'm going to find a little old patch of dry land where I can meditate. Ooh, a little too close for comfort on that one. Here, I'll hang out with Ironsides. He seemed like a pretty chill dude. Hey, shield. Meditate.
You know, go swimming in daytime.
Yeah, for a change. Speaking of, let's find our objective. I think we're going to Grotto, right? Get a boat for all this other stuff.
I mean, that definitely would make things faster.
Do that. As I did see that I actually had earned an achievement called "Check Out My Rad Steez" for skiing a certain amount, which was entirely unintentional on my part. I play video games, but I'm not particularly good at them. No, I think this mage campaign is going to be very, very good.
What are you playing?
I am playing a taciturn dad verbena. A cabinet maker by trade, father of two, devoted husband, and kind of a bummer at parties. So going life, entropy, and prime. He works a lot with his hands and is cultivating his own strain of woad.
Yeah, you get. I think you get 7 dots to spend on spheres.
6.
6. Okay, yeah. Then mine's just going to be 222 with correspondence, mind, and prime.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Prime is one of those ones that's like good for
There's
anyone.
not a bad situation. Prime. Like correspondence is similar. Like it's so much utility. You know, like if you don't have it at character start, you're probably going to want to learn it as quickly as you can.
It's always good to be able to cast spells over great distances.
Yeah. I don't think I've been to this grotto yet. There might be all manner of stuff in here. Hello? Oh. Buddy in the grotto.
So one of the things I need to ask our esteemed storyteller about when for mechanics, because I haven't read all the mechanics and stuff in it yet, but one of the things that you can take for a background is there's a background basically for enhancements, and this is meant for like cybernetics or like your gene modded. And
real quick, Tom, Grossbart Brothers, do I want to work with this guy? I forget.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, we can hunt them together. On. Let's get going then.
All right. Well, I guess we're fighting the Grossbart brothers.
But the so that background gives you free dots and attributes at the cost of you have to take points in flaws. And I want to find out from our esteemed storyteller if in the mechanics of Mage 20, if it works the way the background that was the equivalent of that in the old version that lets you go above your normal limit for attribute dots. Like, could I start the game with int 6 using that?
I don't know about start. I mean,
Well, I thought maybe you'd consider working together for a spell. Seems you have a gift.
Draw your sword, Jerry.
right?
Thanks.
Like
Once is
he's
enough.
gonna punch them all to death. I know that this is a fascinating thing for the stream, as it is very brightly lit.
Yeah, I can see it just fine. I can tell what's going on.
I'm fighting a bunch of dudes in a cave. That's what happened.
But yeah, back in the day with the older version of Ascension, that was one of the ways that you could get attributes above 5 at character creation was with that background.
I don't.
And I think I think it would be kind of a cool backstory to have like intelligence 6, and the way that my character got it was by basically going YOLO with a experimental technocracy drug.
Like he literally reached the end of the internet.
No, like having gone through a like technocracy facility and found a thing, and then like some kind of like retrovirus or whatever, and was just like, whatever, might as well try it, and just injected it.
Why not?
I mean, they were willing to fight to protect this thing. Obviously,
look,
it has some value.
When they say
Might as well take it.
when they say permanent brain damage, what is permanent really? And the designers of this little grotto, and I have to believe that they knew what they were doing. It's far too intentional. Have now made me like paranoid that I'm going to miss out on like some important recipe or armor diagram whilst I'm finding like, you know, a deer hide.
And mushrooms.
Suet mushrooms. Sack of ashes. Thanks, guys. Here, I could pull out a torch. That's quitter.
We don't need to see.
Alright. Seeing is for cowards. Dodge rolling into the abyss is for real men. Okay. Good time, Grotto. Let's see, Ruth McKitty says vark.tech. Not exactly certain what that means, Ruth. Let's fast travel to the whale graveyard. We have a quest. And it's a renegade camp. What up, guys?
Take them down.
Alright. Find the sword named Find the Thief's Journal. Sveinar, I've been sitting with these damned whale carcasses for ages and still no sign of Steinfin. Either he's wrecked against the rocks or he's left me high and dry. I told Anke not to bring that bastard into this. Now I don't know what to do. Who else would be willing to buy this sword? Maybe I ought to take it back to Kertrold. Maybe Crake will laugh and let it all slide. Remember how it stank in the hut when the rat died behind Manda's bed? Well, it stinks even worse here. It's cold. Right back soon. Or even better, come. Find Jurgen. Well, I have bad news for you, Jurgen. And now we return the sword to Kerkrolda.
You might as well hold off on doing that because you'll have to go back there anyways.
Yeah. So let's go to Harviken and see what's up there.
Yep.
Oh, that was a nice little detour. Hopefully when I get to Harviken, they won't immediately attempt to stab me like they did. The Harviken.
I could have married a continental man. Stay long.
Hello, good folk of Harviken. A
What
blacksmith.
do you need? Oh, come no closer. The heat from the furnace is something awful.
While you are traveling about for the next minute, I'm going to mute and eat my delicious sweet treat.
Fair enough. Bonuses aren't good. Yep, not a point. All right. Slayer. Spies. Continue to soak this dude on the armor. Hey. Alright, there we go. $74 armor.
So I know you said that
4 armor piercing.
right.
Right.
Do what?
74 armor piercing.
That's pretty good.
Plus 10 damage to my silver sword already, but I lose my critical hit chance.
How much? What's the difference?
53%.
Yeah, no. Keep the critical hit chance.
Then I think that we are done here, my guy. Would like to.
So you're playing a verbena. Daniel is talking about a hollower. Do you know what Alan was talking about?
Alan is going to be doing a cult of ecstatic sculptor, an artist. So so that will be fun. He is attempting to bring his creation in his head to reality.
Greetings, stranger. Salt air gives a man a powerful thirst, don't it?
All powerful thirsty now.
Wouldn't mind a look at your stock.
I'm in fantasy Newfoundland. I will buy all of your cordial. Sell you a whole bunch of pelts. But yeah, I think also Kareem will be playing. I'm not sure. But knowing Kareem, whatever it is, it's going to be incredible. I've been having a blast with this character in one of my D&D. "50 white wolf hides. I have killed an awful lot of white wolves. But yeah, it's gonna be a real fun game. I think like have the right with which to play mage. Mage is just one of the most satisfying games. So much fun.
I mean, with the list of character concepts that we have so far, I'm picturing us starting out with a lot of high-minded ideals and then ending up with "It's Always Sunny in Doisatep."
I think that I think that my guy is probably like you know like one of the most glowing things that he can possibly say to you is "you do good work." And like everybody that knows him will go, he doesn't say that to anybody. Like, dang, how did you impress that guy?
I literally did my job.
Right? Like,
Very well.
yeah, I mean, he does good work. We're gonna take a quick alchemy break because I know that I need one of those to make more white gold. Look at all the white gold I can make, Tom.
I will in approximately 30 seconds or so.
Yeah, a minute or so. Now make Superior Petrie's Filter and Superior Thunderbolt. That. Do that.
I need to inform you that that cannoli was delicious.
Excellent. I am so glad.
It was so good. And I assume the Danish will be very good for breakfast tomorrow.
I didn't stuff today. Keep a little list for me real quick, Tom. 2 Grado and 2 Aether.
Okay. 2 Negredo, 2 Ether.
Check. Yeah. May as well increase our bombs while we have all of this white gold burning a hole in our pockets.
Yeah.
All right. Dancing Star, please. Superior Demetrium. Superior Dragon's Dream. Superior Samums. I never use the bombs. I'm real. And I respect you too much to make decoctions at this moment. Where's the rest of my Marabar 4? Oh, no. I have. I just need vermilion. There. I have done all of the potions, I think.
Ooh.
Bless you.
Give us a name, my little
No, that was a chair. Woo.
No. It was some guy sneezing in the game.
Oh, okay.
All right. World map. Harviken's a nice little place. Let's go poke around these undiscovered locations and see what's up. Like, I like this burg, and not just because they have that stuff that I need. Seems like a good group of people. But yeah, so this will be the first game also that I've like gotten a chance to play in a long while, and I'm real excited that it's with you guys. Like, I am thrilled.
Pretty much a game all about creativity. So play it with a bunch of creative people.
Like Mage is especially one of those games where, like, yes, the rules say this, but if you can make a compelling enough argument to convince your storyteller that's the way something should work, well, hey, well done, I guess. What's up, my guy? Ow! Oops. I got a Cyclops eye. I feel kind of bad because he was just sort of sleeping, but...
He was just resting up, plotting on
yeah.
it.
Okay. Well, there goes the first one. Second. Now I can see why people, like... I understand now why people went so nuts about this game, and why all of my friends, you included, were like, you need to play The Witcher 3.
Yeah, it's definitely up your alley.
It really is. Just makes me worry, by the way, about eventually having to tackle Skyrim.
I mean, you are going to be playing Skyrim on PC, so I'm also going to be throwing a bunch of mods your way.
Weird mods. Down there, Jerry. Come on. Sure.
And before anyone asks, no, he's not going to be fighting Thomas the Tank Engines, but we are going to be giving him like the prime Skyrim experience. Like, it is going to look gorgeous, and there's going to be a lot of quality of life enhancements.
I don't even know what I'm missing.
So there's a couple of quests in Skyrim that involve finding things out in the world that are unmarked. And the quests are incredibly annoying because, like, these objects are just out in the world and you have to find them. This instead adds quest markers for them.
Ah, okay.
Like, that's just an example of one mod that is definitely worth getting.
So you don't end up with, like, Mankirk's wife syndrome.
I don't know what that is.
So, in World of Warcraft, there was a quest that was notorious, where you had to go find the corpse of an orcish guard named Mankirk. You had to find Mankirk's wife. And there was no marker, there was no, like, hey, here's the last place I saw her. You just had to navigate this big barren wasteland called the Barrens until you found something that you moused over, and there was the sad and tragic body of Mankirk's wife. Stripped even, it would seem, of her own name. Now, if you did it enough, you got to the point where you just went, yeah, she's under the second R, like underneath the curve of the second R in the map on the word Barrens.
Medallion's humming.
Like, here's how you find her.
It's gotta be.
But Barron's chat was constantly filled with, hey, anybody know where Mankirk's wife is? And you're like, yeah, it's right here. Most of the time, Barron's chat was far less than helpful. It was sort of the 4chan of World of Warcraft.
So it is similar in basic concept to that, but the quest that I'm referring to is one where you have to find these things that are called Stones of Baron Zaya, and they are little jewels that can be literally anywhere in the entire world of Skyrim, and Skyrim covers like 300
horrible.
square miles. Yeah. The thing that you get at the end of the quest is pretty awesome, but like barely anyone has ever completed it in the base unmodded game.
Yeah,
because you have to hunt down all of these stupid jewels, and they can be literally anywhere.
Yeah, that's one of those things. It's like, hey, did you do this quest? No, I'm playing this game for fun. Like, don't make quests that aren't fun. Let's see, where were we? Here we. Oh, I forgot I have a character. Yes.
There's also some quest-related mods that I'm definitely going to throw your way. One of them is a mod that is, it's absolutely criminal that this mod did not exist in the actual game. That like the game itself, they didn't have the foresight to just put this in there. And it's so in spoiler alert, in Skyrim there are dragons.
What?
Yes. And so one of the dragons that you end up allying with at the very beginning of the game, like it's maybe like within the first 6 main quests, you find out that like there's a good dragon and his name is Parthenax, and he ends up being your ally. But there's also a group called the Blades, and the Blades used to be Imperial, the Empire in the Elder Scrolls universe are the good guys, so Imperial shouldn't have the like negative connotations. But they used to be the bodyguards of the Emperor, and then after the emperors in effect were deposed by the bad elves, the Thalmor, the Blades got kicked out of their job. Well, before the Blades were bodyguards to the Emperor, they were dragon hunters. So you end up coming across Blades in Skyrim, and they're also part of the main quest. Well, eventually the whole storyline comes to a head, and the Blades are basically like, if you want us to continue working with you at all, you have to go kill Parthenax. And you get railroaded into this like route where like you have to kill the one helpful non-evil dragon in Skyrim. So there's a mod that makes it to where if you have the appropriate skills, you can convince them instead, like, no, you need to leave him be.
My boy P Dizzle, he's cool.
Yeah. Like, how what was Bethesda thinking when they didn't give you the ability to convince them not to kill Parthenax?
Well, I just finished a quest called Hidden in the Depths, but like, I just read a letter and they went, "Congratulations." And things said like, yeah, there's a hidden treasure in a cave, but when Gerald got there, and I'm like, what? I didn't go into a cave. I just read a letter off of a guy.
You could have already gotten the treasure from the cave in
Touche.
just exploring around doing stuff.
That does seem like the kind of thing that I would do.
Yeah, like you've already gone into that cave and looted that treasure, just like exploring around the map. So when Geralt reads the letter of, oh, there's a hidden treasure there, he's like, oh, I already robbed that place.
Got it, got it. Alright, we're going up the mountains again, boys. What's this?
No one else dares face me.
Aye, aye.
Is there I've not seen you here before. What do they call you?
Geralt of Rivia.
I'm Yuta.
Jerry Two Swords.
No man's been found who could best me in combat.
I will ask politely.
Will you fight me?
Will you fight me?
You? I've defeated Pharaoh's most
You need
famous
to be ready to
warriors.
parry. Do
Men
you
so
remember
worthy
how to
of
parry?
respect, I don't
That's,
dare
left
mention
trigger?
their names.
Yeah,
Alright, yeah.
it's the button normally used
Someone
for
you haven't defeated.
Witcher
Maybe
sense.
you're
Going
not
into
worthy
Witcher
of my
sense.
time.
Good.
You performed
Ready.
any great feats?
I should have
'Cause
saved
I don't
before
believe
this.
I've heard.
Yeah,
What
probably.
kind of feats you have in mind?
I'll fight you if you defeat Gundar. Couldn't best me, but he's a brave man and a worthy opponent.
Yeah, I'll fight Gundar.
Good. I'll give it a shot. See you soon.
I truly wonder if you will. Farewell.
This is definitely one of those, ma'am, are we fighting or flirting situations?
Yes. Well, I can't fight her yet. I have to prove that I'm man enough. A very Red Sonja kind of style, and you know what? I gotta respect it. There's something below me. Yes, a monster den. Excellent. Yeah, here we go. Oh. Monsters. It's me, your boy Jerry. Okay. Got some light going on. Witch Hunter's arm. A master-crafted feline silver sword. Excellent. I can go back to Hanzo and get him to craft that, right?
You should be able to.
Yeah. Let's do it. Daniel says, I dream grid scale flywheel battery tech. I can get behind that. Alright, let's save real quick, as I just nearly took a faceplant off of that cliff, and I don't want that. And then let's go, take a look.
I mean, isn't the most scalable alternate battery type the air ones? Where they store energy as compressed air?
I know fantastic little about battery tech.
I've been reading a little bit about that. They've come up with a way of storing electricity as effectively compressed air,
Really?
like it's potential energy.
That's bonkers.
Yeah, but I remember reading a thing where it talked about how it's very scalable. Like you could build an incredibly large chamber in order to hold the compressed air that would work like a very, very large battery.
Heard you fought Yuta.
And she bested me. But there's no dishonor in losing to her.
Ooh.
Though it is a shame.
Why?
'Twere a fair fight, one worth remembering. But if I'd won,
Oh, so
I
this
could
is
present
straight
her
up like a
with
Red Sonja
different
thing.
Sort of challenge.
Seemed a little unapproachable.
Gotta fight her in order
She
to.
awaits a man she
Yep.
can't defeat.
Yep.
In fact, she's declared that
Some
only
Ranma
man
1/2
who
shampoo.
to woo her.
Interesting way to look for a husband.
Only a man who can defeat me is. They're lesbians, Harold. They're not interested in men.
Alas, like that's 1 in 10,000.
If I fight you, will you date me? No.
Asking out of
So you're saying you can't
curiosity,
fight me? No, you're missing the point there, Cletus.
Yuta said she
John,
me if I defeated
they
you.
were roommates.
They were roommates.
means that if I win,
They were roommates,
she'll
Harold.
give me another chance.
Gals being pals.
Come on, let's do this.
Oh, this dude's got it
You
bad.
step outside the ring, you lose. Got it?
Ow.
Come on,
Ow.
come closer.
Well, good thing I
Thanks
saved.
for the fight, White.
Gonna try your luck.
Of course, but
Okay, load game. The family blue. Okay.
As Yennefer of Vengerberg told it, there had been a
So
magic
now
explosion in the
we
stone.
know.
Related to Ciri's reappearance, it had destroyed a vast swath of forest.
Now we know kind of what
Geralt
to
set out
expect.
for the Isles to join the sorcerers.
All right. Quests iron. Because I don't think I can do stuff like I can't use signs during those little duels.
Correct.
Yeah, the community frowns upon using the Jedi mind trick to win a fight. Oh, hi dogs. All right, so let's do this again. Game. Save it in the family played. And then, just for good measure, though I know it probably take the oil away, we're gonna Hanged Man's Venom. Alright, now my blade's all oily. Do this again. Gundar, my man.
Gundar,
aye.
Skip. Wanna fight you?
I want to fight you.
Why, me exactly.
All right.
You'd have said that. Well, come on. You step outside the ring.
Not good.
Jerry, sword. Gerald, come on. can't Dark Souls as effectively because that whole step out of the ring you lose crap.
Remember, if you tap instead of holding down the block button, if you tap it right when he's about to hit, you parry.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do, but the timing is tough.
All right.
All right, finally got it.
Enough.
I did poison him a few times, so not really fighting fair.
Not well enough. Good luck with Utah.
All right, thanks, Gundar. Yeah, what up?
John, you just stole his lady. Who's he supposed to simp for now?
What's the matter?
What's up, Timon?
Me betrothed and me brothers. Mikhail and Ulf sailed to Hindersfjord to fetch Agda. Wedding's in but a few days, but they've yet to return. A storm broke while they were gone. I fear it might have blown them onto the rocks at Faroe. Many have lost their lives there. I'd
Brother
sail
and
out
wife,
to
huh?
find them. I would, but I've got to make sure the wedding's proper prepared. They say it's not fitting for a Skelliger to ask for aid, but I've no choice. Will you help me? Will you
Yeah,
seek
man.
out my kin?
What I do? I help folks out.
Fine. I'll look around for them.
Beecher. All right, we'll be back for that one. I want to deal with this Yuta thing first. Oh, first thing I gotta go do is break the sad news about Gundar. Up and around we go. It really is a lovely representation of the Scottish weather.
Right?
Feels like I'm there, and cold and miserable. I wind up on the side of the... Ah.
Gotta keep checking them maps when you're in Skellige.
Gotta come at it from the other side. So many, like, little craggy hills. Alright, sorry. My bad. Alright.
What do you need?
Smithy?
Oh, come no closer.
What are you selling? What's good?
To buy any of that. JON armor's pretty good looking though.
So I know I'm going to be bailing out way early, but I've got my first early wake up tomorrow, and I think I'm going to need a little bit
no,
extra sleep.
you gotta get your rest, my guy.
But
No, that makes perfect sense.
have a fun time doing some exploring. I don't think you're in any danger of digital neep norp, so I think you
Yeah.
should be fine.
I think honestly that I too would probably call it early tonight, just because I'd actually try and get. What's that that thing that people do where they like hallucinate vividly for several hours and then forget it?
Oh, dreaming. Yes.
Yeah. What that like that sad reflection of death that you have to do in order to do that. What's that called?
I mean, it depends on which one you're talking about, because if we're talking to certain people, it would be a blackout. But I don't think that's what you're referring to.
Probably. I can never. Yeah, let us. I saw that. There we go. We'll leave him with I will sell him the shirt off my back. That's where we're going to call it for the night. We're gonna have a short one this time, and yeah, stay tuned. It's the holiday season, so the schedules are getting all kinds of wacky, and you know, everybody's busy, everybody's kind of stressed out. So just make sure that you're subscribed, turn on your notifications, comment on a video if you want to help pump up the algorithm and eventually get me paid to do this whole stupid thing. And yeah. Have good holidays if you can. Don't forget, you owe family nothing, and your bosses aren't paying you enough. You should demand more. Anything else from you, Tom?
Nope.
All right.
Everyone have a good one.
Everybody have a lovely week. We'll see you next Monday at the very least. And again, stay tuned. I've got some stuff cooking up that I hope to be rolling out pretty soon. See you guys next time. Be safe out there and be good. It's always free to be kind. Take it easy, everybody.